Hey y'all, I'm Laz,
I'm Riedel.
and we're two adventure finders.
Today we find ourselves in the beautiful historic city of Marietta.
So come along with.
Wait, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It's absolutely free.
Totally
What are you
free.
waiting for?
So come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Here we are entering the historic Glover Park in downtown Marietta, and this is the famous square in Marietta. Usually it's always surrounded with lots of people. Now we decided to come and visit on Easter, hence the reason why you may not see as many people around as you would have during other different times, and especially in the summer you will definitely see a lot of people, families coming here with their children. Even after going to church on Sundays, you will always see people just walking around and enjoying the views. You may see from time to time live bands playing here at the square, at the stage that it was just featured. Now, if you're not from Marietta or if you're not from Atlanta, you must come down to the square and you must take a photo here at the fountain. This fountain has been featured in many magazines and the square as well. So it's very iconic. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to come down to and just sit down. It's very quiet. People are always friendly. I must say, every time that we've come here throughout the years, people has always had that southern attitude, which is really lovely. And if you are a fan of the South, definitely come down here and take a look around. Lots of areas within the square and the area surrounded where you can take lots of pictures. No matter the occasion, you'll see people coming for photos for Easter, after graduation, whether it's high school or college, you will always see them just coming here. And even for weddings, we've seen that as well in quinceañeras. We've seen all kinds of different people taking photos throughout the different areas within the square. So this bell coming up here, you can take a look at the plaque here and the restoration and dedication for the bell, so you can pause and see, and also the dedication in 1976 to the bicentennial year as well, when it was presented here to Marietta. So definitely a historic item to read and check out. Now, the following area here for children, you would always see lots and lots of children just going up and down the train and just playing in the areas surround the train. But unfortunately, you're not gonna see that here as much because it was Easter, as I mentioned. But we did see some children coming up as we were about to walk away from this area, just ready to come and play some. And you will see families as well taking photos along the train as well. Now, far ahead, you will see the Strand movie theater, which is really iconic. I will give you guys a little bit of information more about the theater coming up, so stay tuned for that part of the video. And next to the theater and all throughout the square, you will see lots of places, many choices for food as well. So definitely cool area. This antique store in the corner has plenty of really cool items. And if you are into antiquing like we are, definitely come here and check it out. It's a tiny store, but it's definitely worth, coming and see. The ice cream parlor right there is always packed during the summer, as you may imagine, since summers in Atlanta are really hot and humid. So it's always refreshing to stop by and get some ice cream for sure. This store, the Rocket Fizz soda pop and candy shop, is really cool. They do have lots of items from different countries, lots and lots of candies. So if you like candy, come and see it. And they also have different art on their walls that you can buy. I've gotten some art of Marilyn Monroe and also Wonder Woman. So really cool spot and fun. And the employees are always very friendly. Now, this British shop or boutique has been around for a very long time. So if you're a fan of anything British, come on down and check it out. It's really cool. So you can see the taqueria ahead as one of the many choices for food that you will find throughout the square. Now, the parking that you see on the street, it's free. However, it gets crowded really quickly. So you might have a challenge finding a parking space. So keep that in mind when you're coming down, and perhaps come on early is best. Now, the Australian Bakery Cafe has been around for a very long time, and as you can see, it was closed due to Easter, but usually has a lot of people going in and out. And as far as I remember, it's been around for a very long time. So if you're also a fan of anything Australian, come and check them out. The following building is very iconic and historic. You will see towards the very top on the structure, the architecture, you will see the year 1888 when it was created. And originally it was the First National Bank, which is also featured at the very top coming up. You'll be able to see that. Now, through the many years, this building has been turned into many different businesses, and for the most part has been different, whether it was restaurants or sandwich shops, for example, as far as I can remember. So there's always a new business taking over this building. So there you see the 1888 First National Bank. And right now it looks, based on the doors, it looks like it might be a Mexican restaurant because it's called Silla Toro, as you see on their doors. The pizza parlor at the corner is always packed during the summer. You can definitely sit outside and have some pizza, and it's really lovely and enjoy the weather for sure. Now, this theater that you see on the screen, they're about to premiere a new production which is based on Motown and their music. So you can see Stevie, Diana, Michael, just to mention a few. So if you're a fan of the theater, come and check them out. The guy that was walking by told us a little bit about the production, and he was really lovely and friendly. And there's another show here that you can see. It's called Made in Puerto Rico. So whether you're from Puerto Rico or if you're also Hispanic like we are, come on down and check them out. There's a different production there for this show as well. And you can see their name here, Marietta's Theater in the Square. So this is a cool spot for a photo. We've taken many photos here as well. So come and check them out. Now, this building at this corner used to be the Gone with the Wind Museum for a very long time, and it featured many items, memorabilia from the movie, the production, as well as original costumes. However, they moved to a new building. It's about 5 minutes away from the square, so it's not too far, so you can definitely check them out. But we're gonna do a different video all related to Margaret Mitchell and Gone with the Wind, so stay tuned for that video coming very soon to our channel. Now, this building, which is also historic, is the Marietta History Center Kenota House. The museum has different floors, and it's filled with many items, lots of information to be seen, to be read, and a lot of history about Atlanta and the South as well. The people that work within the museum are very friendly. They were very nice to us when we came a few years ago, and we really enjoyed our stay. And if you're a lover of history like we are, definitely check them out. And you perhaps can see them during the week. I'm not sure if they're open on Saturdays as well, but check them out. This building coming up is the Visitors Center. You can stop by at any time, get information about the Marietta Square, anything related to Marietta as well, and the people that work there are really friendly also. So this is another view of the Kennesaw House, and coming up you'll be able to see a display here that has a lot of information about the Kennesaw House. So you can stop the video here, you can pause it for a moment so you can read a little bit about its information at any time. It's definitely really informative and educational. And these two plaques coming up also provide you with more information about the Kennesaw House as well. So here comes a close-up, so you can definitely pause the video for a moment so that you can take your time reading its information. And the next plaque is about the UDC and the Kennesaw House as well. So you can pause right here and take a few minutes to read all the information. Now, not so far from the building here, you can see to the left side coming up, there's a little plaza. You can sit down, you can get some coffee from the coffee shop in the very corner, and you'll also see a lot of people just sitting there having coffee and just talking and enjoying the weather. So a really cool spot away from the square for sure. Now this locomotive that you see fenced in, it dates back to 1916, so it's a really cool piece of art and historic. So definitely check them out. You can pause the video right here for a moment so you can read, and it tells you about the company and the year. Now, as you can see, it's fenced in, so try to be mindful not to go up the fence, and just obviously it's there like that for to be preserved, and a really cool spot to take photos. We've taken plenty of photos here by the locomotive as well. Near the very front of it, there's a little plaque that tells you more information on this locomotive. You will see it right there to the end, and also towards the very front of it you will see the name of the company, and underneath it says Marietta, Georgia. So really cool spot for photos. Again, you will see always people posing here for photos quite throughout the year, especially in the summer for sure. Now this mural hasn't been here for a long time. These murals usually are always rotating, so there's always new art. So this latest mural, it's really cool. The colors are really lovely, and what better spot than to pose here for a photo since it's Marietta. So if you want to come down and take a photo and step away from the square, it's towards the back, and we definitely advise you to stop here and take lots of photos, whether you're from Marietta or not, or if you're just visiting. A really nice spot to take photos for sure. Now the next building you'll see coming up is the Georgia Dance Conservatory building, and they're always changing their displays, so always walk around and you might see new displays on their windows for sure. There's more stores and shops you can see here, people sitting outside and enjoying their food and drinks and even for brunch as well. Now these murals that you see are paintings, and they're always rotating as well, so there's always new artists coming up with new paintings and art, and definitely beautiful art always on display. And from afar you would think they're photos, but really lovely paintings, and it displays some of the local talents here within Georgia for sure as well. Now this is the Strand movie theater that I mentioned to you at the beginning of the video. Now, just to give you a little bit of information about the theater, it was opened on September 24th, 1935 at exactly 2 p.m. And it cost about $150,000 to be built, and it took about 7 months to be constructed. So a lot of money for 1935, you would think, right? Now, the first movie to be shown at the Strand was Top Hat, which is a movie that featured Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. So if you're a fan of Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire, you will be familiar with the movie. And throughout the many years since 1935, the theater has gone through a lot of changes. It has fallen into disrepair as well, and the latest renovation took back to 2008, and this is how it looks nowadays. A beautiful Art Deco building. The facade of the building is just beautiful, so definitely stop here. They always either have movies or also plays as well throughout the year. So at the rooftop that you see there, you can always come up and you can have drinks, and this is what it would have looked like back in the day. So as you can see, it hasn't changed a lot, and this movie dates back to the 60s. Perhaps a lot of guys that came down to the theater to watch a movie. It just makes me wonder which movie that would have been, but really lovely place. The next stop on our video is the St. James Episcopal Cemetery, which dates back to 1844. And it's not a big cemetery. It's really private. It's about 5 minutes or so away from the square, so not too far, as you can tell. And it has two famous residents within the cemetery. Now, the first one that you will see coming up to the screen here is John Benet Ramsey's mother, Patricia Ramsey, who passed away in 2006 due to ovarian cancer. And if you're familiar with the Ramseys, they went through quite a scandal in 1996 when their daughter, Jean Benet Ramsey, was found murdered in 1996. She died, there she is. She died on Christmas Day 1996, and her murder hasn't been solved yet. So definitely a very sad story. She was an American child beauty queen, and she was taken far away too soon from her parents. May she rest in peace. And as you can tell, people always come and leave flowers and toys for her. Next to Jean Benet, you will see her sister, Elizabeth Ramsey, who died at the age of 22 in 1992 due to a car crash. And this is the areas surrounding the cemetery. Again, very quiet and peaceful place here in Marietta. Our next stop is what is known as the Big Chicken, and it's been around for a very long time. The towering 56-foot steel chicken has been around for a long time, and it was built in 1963. So as you can tell, for a very long time, it's very iconic. It's on Cobb Parkway, not too far from Marietta Square. I would say about maybe 15 minutes or so away from the square, but it's definitely worth checking out because it's definitely super iconic. Now, it was not turned into a KFC until 1974, And the plan was originally to demolish the chicken, but thank God that it didn't. And this would have been one of the main menus, and what it would have looked like back in the day. Another ad for KFC when it was officially KFC, and one of the latest looks before the new renovation. Now we're stepping inside the big chicken so you can see what it looks like on the inside. They did a really good job with the renovation, I must say. It looks super lovely, and there's always people going in and out of this place, whether it's for the chicken or just because it's so iconic. You must stop by and take a look around and enjoy, and also pose for photos, just like we did. You must take a photo here, so you can keep it for memories for sure. So take a look at the wall.
Thanks for watching.
We appreciate your support.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button.
We'll catch you on the next adventure.
See ya. Ciao.
Adios.